unselfish play. That unselfishness became contagious. Oh, man. Ty Lawson showing you he's got some ups to go with that speed.
Gallinari with the crossover.
What is up, Nuggets fans? Denver Nuggets fan 2 back here again, here to give you guys my recap for the Nuggets 117-100 win over the Utah Jazz last night. Great win for us. Way to start off the home schedule for us and win our home opener this year. We just really took it to the Jazz, and we're now 2-0. We're setting the tone early, getting another good win over a very solid Utah Jazz team, and I thought overall it was a pretty damn good performance by the Nuggets here against the Jazz. Overall, it was a decent shooting night for us. We shot 53% from the field. We were getting a ton of high percentage shots in this game, getting a lot of easy buckets here against the Jazz. But we really struggled from the free throw line and the three-point line. We only shot 32% from the three-point line and only 73% from the free throw line. Those free throws, that percentage, that has to go up. 73% is not acceptable. This is something this team struggled with last year, and obviously that's going to, I'm sure, be an emphasis on this team for the remainder of the season, is just to be better from the free throw line than we were last season, and 72% is not going to cut it from the free throw line. And like I said, we were only 32% as well from the three-point line. Just really, the threes weren't going down for us. Had a lot of good looks. Just couldn't knock them down. You're going to have some nights like that. But fortunately for us, we did a great job of attacking the Jazz's defense and getting some easy buckets here against the Jazz, and had a ton of points in the paint. The Jazz, on the other hand, they shot 48% from the field, 44% from the three-point line, and 68% from the free throw line. The Jazz also obviously struggled shooting their free throws. They left a lot of points on that free throw line, but overall they shot the ball very well. They had a good night from the three-point line, and from the field they were pretty solid. I thought defensively we had an average outing, could have been a lot better. Outscored the Jazz 35-23 in the second quarter in this game. Once again, the second quarter was a key quarter for us. We saw in our season opener against Dallas, we outscored them in the second quarter, and from there just took control of the game. Did that here once again against Utah. Really picked up the tempo of the game in that second quarter. The first quarter was kind of sloppy for us, so we got out in that second quarter and started really picking up the tempo and just taking it to the Jazz, and like I said, outscoring 35-23, and from there just really took control of the game. We had 29 assists in this game. I thought the ball movement was excellent. Our team did a great job sharing the ball with one another. That's obviously what this team's going to be about, and has been about for you know, about a season or two now, is passing the ball and utilizing good ball movement. And we saw that here in this game with us racking up 29 assists. We had 12 offensive rebounds. Once again, loved the effort on the glass. I thought we had a great rebounding night against Dallas. Had another very good one here against Utah. You love the 12 offensive rebounds. I thought the effort was awesome on the glass, especially from Afflalo. Afflalo was doing great on the glass here. He ended up racking up 5 rebounds, had 4 offensive rebounds in this game. Afflalo was phenomenal on the offensive glass. You know, those are second chance possessions. You want to get offensive rebounds. Did a great job of that here against Utah. We had 17 steals, once again being very active defensively, causing turnovers. You love seeing that. Had 27 fast break points. If teams are going to let us rack up that many fast break points against them, you're probably not going to beat us. I mean, we're a team that wants to get out and run and get out on that break, and we did that here once again against Utah. We had a great game in terms of fast break points in our season opener against Dallas. Had an even better game here against Utah, getting those 27 fast break points. Had 68 points in the paint. Like I said before, we did a great job of attacking the Jazz's defense, getting into the teeth of their defense, getting into that painted area, and getting high percentage shots. And then they had a dunk fest here against the Jazz's front court, and we just did a phenomenal job of not settling for jump shots and getting to the rim and getting those high percentage shots. And you know, with the 3 ball not going down for us in this game, it was very important for us to get those easy shots, or excuse me, those easy buckets. And you know, we did a phenomenal job of that, getting 68 points in the paint. The Jazz had 42 of their own, but I mean, we just owned the paint and really dominated it here against Utah. We had 28 points off of turnovers. Once again, did a great job of capitalizing on the opposing team's mistakes, and you know, that's a phenomenal job there of you know, getting that 28 points off turnovers. Those are easy buckets, mainly in transition. You want to get those, especially for a team like us that likes to get out and run and get out on the break. You like seeing us get easy buckets and get that many points off turnover is phenomenal. We forced 22 turnovers in this game from the Jazz. Just defensively, defensively, it was an average night, but we did cause a lot of turnovers, and we did, once again, capitalize on the opposing team's mistakes by getting 28 points off of turnovers. We also did, though, have some bad things in this game. Like I said, defensively kind of lacked there in the fourth quarter. Of this game. We were up by so much, but again, I'd like to see us finish the game off strong. We haven't done that in these past 2 games. Hopefully we can do that tonight against Portland. So that was, I didn't like seeing that. We did have 18 turnovers of our own, kind of forcing some things offensively. Got to take care of the ball better, especially tonight when we go to Portland, play in the Rose Garden. Can't turn over the ball and give Portland, extra opportunities. So that's going to be, I'm sure, a point of emphasis for tonight's game. The Jazz ended up having 24 points off our turnovers, so that's not good. Got to take care of the ball better. And like I mentioned before, the free throw and 3-point shooting, like to see that go up. But I thought we did a great job of nullifying our bad 3-point shooting by getting easy buckets and getting so many fast break points and points in the paint and points off turnovers, which I love seeing. But free throw shooting, you can't leave points at the line. Those are free points, and only shooting 73%. And that's got to improve. That's got to go up, and hopefully it will tonight against the Trailblazers. About some individual performances here. Obviously, got to start with the big man, Nene. He just went off in this game against Utah. Nene ended up finishing with 25 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Was 10 of 13 from the field, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, and he did all that in only 24 minutes. I mean, Nene super efficient in this game. Was great defensively, like I mentioned, with the 3 steals and 2 blocks. Actually had a steal in this game where he got the steal and then ran the floor and finished it himself off with a dunk, finished the break off with a dunk. I mean, it's very rare when you find a big man of Nene's size that runs the floor as well as he does, and you saw him do that on that play. And like I said, at a dunk fest in this game, he had a no-look. Gallinari hit him with a no-look pass. Nene finished that off with a dunk. Ty hit him with a pass, had a dunk there. Put Paul Millsap on a poster in the first quarter, and then took Gordon Hayward to the rack and dunked it. Went past him and then dunked it. I mean, like I said, it was just a dunk fest for Nene, and for him to get 25 points on only 13 shots, that's really impressive. It was, like I said, phenomenal defensively with 3 steals and 2 blocks. And like I said, had that one steal where he just basically took it coast to coast and finished it off himself with the dunk. It was like I said, it was a dunk fest for Nene, and to do to have 25 points, 7 boards, 24 minutes. I mean, super efficient game. This is the type of Nene we want to see. He was aggressive all night. He was attacking all night, and this is the type of Nene I want to see night in and night out. The guy that's going to be aggressive offensively and attack the basket, and I thought he did a phenomenal job of that in this game. It was huge for us. Al Harrington, another phenomenal game for us off the bench. He finishes with 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 steals. Big Al was phenomenal. I mean, defensively, he loved the 4 steals. He goes 8 of 11 from the field, very efficient in terms of his shot selection in this game. He was 2 of 4 from the 3-point line, and scored in a vast amount of ways. Al, was getting out on the break when we started running in that second half and getting easy layups in transition, and it was great on the boards with 7 rebounds. You love seeing that. We need that out of Al, and he was phenomenal here against Utah. And just to give us that spark off the bench that he has been able to do in these first 2 games, that's the type of Al Harrington I want to see. The guy that's taking smart shots, the guy that's getting out on the break, running with our team, and getting easy layups and easy buckets in transition, which he did here against the Jazz, and then knocking down the threes when they're available to him, which he did. He was 2 of 4 from there, and he did all that in only 21 minutes. Very efficient night as well out of Al Harrington, and was a huge spark for us off the bench. Another phenomenal game out of Al, and I just love when he scores in a vast amount of ways. When he doesn't just limit himself to the 3-point shot, Al Harrington's a very effective scorer, and you saw that here in the game. He was not only knocking down a 3-point shot, but getting out on the break, getting those layups and attacking the basket. Great game out of Al Harrington. And Ty Lawson was also solid for us. He had 15 points in this game to go with 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Was 6 of 11 from the field, 0 of 3 from the 3-point line, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Just couldn't knock down a 3-point shot. Our whole team couldn't, so you can't blame Ty for that. But still a very good outing for him. He's just too quick off the dribble for almost any point guard in the league. I mean, maybe Derrick Rose, maybe Russell Westbrook, guys like that could stay with Ty off the dribble. But there's pretty much, in my opinion, no one that can stop Ty Lawson off the dribble because he's so damn fast. And you saw Utah really struggle with that here in this game. Ty would just burn Earl Watson or Devin Harris or whoever was on him off the dribble and just get easy bucket, attack the paint, get an easy layup. Had some great finishes in this game. Once again, I've said it time and time again, that's one of the most underrated parts of Ty Lawson's game. This is a finishing ability and his ability to adjust to contact. You saw it here once again. And is great off the bench. He had 11 points, 8 assists, was 3 of 5 from the 3-point line. His shot selection was much better in this game, and like I said, he was dishing out dimes. He ends up finishing with 8 assists. He did have 4 turnovers. Don't like seeing that. Forced a couple passes later in the game when, the game was well in hand, but still, So great game for him. Gave us a lift off the bench. And like I said, he had an alley-oop to Gallo, which was sick. He had a alley-oop to, I believe, Corey Brewer, which was awesome. And he had one play on the break where he ended up passing the ball around the defender. I think it was Flalo ended up finishing the play off. I mean, just great job by Rudy. His passing was phenomenal in this game. And another underrated part of his game is his passing. We played Portland tonight, back-to-back for us. We're going to the Rose Garden to play the Trailblazers. It's going to be a tough game. The Rose Garden is always an extremely tough place to win at and play at. So we got to be on our A game tonight and hopefully get a great win over a very good Portland team that's playing phenomenal. Jamal Crawford, Raymond Felton, LaMarcus Aldridge, all those guys in Portland, I believe they're 2-0 as well. So they're playing well and they're starting out fast, and that's a great fan base up there in Portland, and it's a very tough place to play. So we gotta come with our A game, play a little better defense, attack the basket like we did here in this game, and hopefully we can come out with a W. So thanks for watching, guys, and go Nuggets.